What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Football Chat Box. My name is Ryan, and welcome to the Game Week 9 team selection stream. We're going to be talking about Game Week 8 as well. And unfortunately, it wasn't the best of weeks. As you can see, 24 points. There's just 2 more points more than what I would have got for like if everyone got like 2 points for appearances, which they didn't, unfortunately. So, yeah, here we are. Nick, welcome. Tin, welcome. How are you all doing? Captaincy blanked. Third week in a row, Haaland has blanked. Do you guys think he's going to blank against Southampton next? I have no idea, honestly. I've gone from 3.1 million to 4.14 million. The red arrow continues. I've been in a yo-yo season, so we went red, green, red, green, red, green. It can look good, but on the field, they didn't perform. Saka was a no-show, even though I thought, to be honest, I thought he would actually like appear, but like didn't even make the squad. Luis Diaz was benched, and that's probably the first of many benchings, and he's already been transferred out. He's gone. Luis Diaz is gone. And I've bought in Brennan Johnson. So my team looks like this at the moment with 2 more transfers to go, and I'm going to show you what the 2 transfers are going to be. Shiraz, welcome. How are you doing? Nick says Southampton is his last chance before he's on the chopping block for me. Yeah, if he doesn't score against, I don't know what to say if he doesn't score against Southampton. How are you not in FPL? Who is not in FPL? Who, me? What do you mean? I have no idea. So, Luis Diaz gone. My next couple moves that I'm going to show you guys that I was thinking of doing was with the other 2 free transfers, Palmer and Garnacho. Both Palmer and Garnacho out. Sorry, in for Saka and Emil Smith Rowe. Those are my other 2 transfers that I was thinking of doing. That means Calvert-Lewin remains on the bench for 1 more week. He was also another player that I wanted to get rid of. But he stays for 1 more week, and I think eventually I might move Calvert-Lewin. After game week 10, I'll move Calvert-Lewin to one of the Brighton forwards. If Joe Pedro is back, probably Joe Pedro. Otherwise, most likely Welbeck, to be honest. Because I think Brighton's fixtures do improve from game week 12 onwards. Yep. Game week 12, they do improve. So, yeah, that's the plan at the moment as things stand. It's not looking good. He's not looking good. How are you feeling in life not talking about FPL? How am I feeling in life not talking about FPL? Not too bad, actually. Not too bad, actually. FPL wise, though. Yeah, it's absolutely sad. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. 2 transfers. The 2 transfers will be made. I'm just monitoring like prices and whatnot, and these players look like they're going to rise in price. I'll get them before that. Otherwise, I'll just wait till like Garnacho is done with Europe this week. Palmer doesn't have any Europe. He's going to be rested this week, to be honest. I'm just going to wait till Garnacho is done with Europe. And even though I do think Saka will be back for game week 9, most likely. But if he's not in the squad midweek for Arsenal in the Champions League, well, I've already made up my mind that I'm going to sell him. It just gives me more confirmation that I can get rid of him. You could get Larson or Visa. Yes, that's another thing. So I am happy to wait another week. Like game week 9, I'll see. Give it another week. See which exact striker I want to go for. I could go for Visa as well. Because I don't have any transfers after I use these 3. So game week 9, we'll keep it as it. Game week 10, we'll go into game week 10. And we'll see which striker does well. I'm also happy to... Okay, I'm not happy to... Because I have never seen a worse striker in the Premier League this season than Calvert-Lewin. Honestly, he's just awful. He's just awful. But I'll start him against Southampton because Rodgers has Spurs. And I'll probably play Mikalenko as well over Rico Lewis. So I'll probably do something like this. and we'll see what happens. Otherwise, I still have Lewin, and get someone else. But we'll see. All depends on what Haaland does against Southampton as well. I know Freddie doesn't want to hear it, but can't score against Southampton. Honestly, the door is there. Haaland, the door is there, and bring back the king in Mo Salah. And if I had to bring back Salah, I actually don't know who I would want to make way for to bring back Salah. It'll probably be Brennan Johnson, to be honest. So Brennan Johnson might be here only until like Ipswich. So for 3 game weeks. So we'll see. But yeah, we'll see how things go. Given Welbeck is flagged, honestly, if you're okay with benching your third striker, I'd suggest Chris Wood or Raul Jimenez. Yeah, that's another option as well. So I'll have to. Well, Chris Wood has 2 more good games, right? Before the fixtures turn slightly more against Forest. Like they have Leicester and West Ham. Then they got Newcastle, Arsenal, and it's a tough run for Chris Wood. So Chris Wood has like 2 more good games, and then it is what it is. Trusting the Arsenal double again, I don't know. Part of me wants to do this just so I don't have double wipeout of the clean sheet again. The other part of me is telling me that Gabriel scored a set piece. Didn't Gabriel score against Liverpool in the last game as well? Or am I just Arsenal versus Liverpool? Where? This where I can find. So let's go. Arsenal versus Liverpool. Here we go, head to head. How do I find out the? I swear SofaScore had like a way to track this. Don't remember how to track it, but I'll just look at what I remember. Gabriel was the one that actually scored in the past versus Arsenal. Here we go, Premier League. It was 1-1. Oh, it doesn't even show. Okay. I think you guys will be able to find that out anyways. Head to head? Yeah, I think it's head to head, right? Here we go. Arsenal versus Liverpool. Please show me. Here we go. There, bingo. Oh no, that was a club friendly. My bad. Oh my days. Did I go too far? I did. Here we go. 3-1 Premier League. Oh, that's Gabriel Martinelli, Bukayo Saka, and Trossard. This has Gabriel as a 1 goal. Well, clearly Gabriel did score. Scored the wrong way. Which game was it? Have I mistaken the game? Oh no, it must. Was it this one? It was this one. It was the first home game. Sorry, this was when Arsenal were away, and Gabriel scored from the set piece. And then in the next Premier League game, he scored a 1 goal. So it is what it is. Joseph, good afternoon. Ryan and Chat, good afternoon. Joseph, trusting the Arsenal. I mentioned I read that. Combe, welcome. Joseph, Ryan, Chat. I thought the only way was up, but now I'm 5.1 million. You just have to laugh. I also thought the only way was up, but the FPL gods, they went, oh no, you got a green the last week. This week you need to get a red to follow the process. So the process means that next week I get a green arrow, hopefully. So yeah, I've gone 1 million down again. I really want Foden to do well this week. FPL wise, not as Southampton fan, we are so poor on our left. That's assuming Phil Foden starts. At this moment, I can't even guarantee you whether he starts or not. Follow my direction and trust in Forest. 2 more games for Forest, but then I can't go and get another Forest player. Too short term for me now. I should have got a Forest player when I wildcarded. So many ifs and buts and everything that I should have done on wildcard in Game Week 6. I shouldn't have even played a wildcard in Game Week 6 and should have just done it in Game Week 7. Anyways, all of that in the past. It is what it is. Highcomb 119k and holding rank despite 3 Haaland captaincy blanks. Damn. And head to head, yeah. So, okay. So, yeah. So, I don't know. What do we do? Like, I don't think Arsenal defense is any good. But at the same time, do I really want to be dropping Gabriel? When in the big games, Arsenal's main source of goals is usually during set pieces, and Gabriel is the main part of those set piece goal threat. So I have no idea. And then again, Mikalenko is my other option. Mikalenko is playing Fulham. Fulham aren't a bad team, right? They could find a way to score. Raul Jimenez is on some really good form. So maybe I just go, yeah, okay, just play the Arsenal double defense again, even though I'm going to lose the clean sheet again. And I just got to hope that my attack and the 3 new transfers I bring in can actually get something, to be honest. So I kind of have to hope for some luck. Some luck. I don't know. This week I've been very unlucky, but I've got to hope for like some luck in the upcoming week at least. Gary FPL, welcome. Good afternoon, all. What a crazy week that was, FPL Cartel. I know I'm not in the FPL Cartel, guys. If I was, I would have told you all that Saka wasn't playing, and I myself would have sold Saka. Unfortunately, I'm not in the FPL Cartel, so I can't really help you all out there. So it is what it is. So yeah, that's my team. Enough of my rambling and my ranting. If anyone wants me to bring up their teams, feel free to let me know where you are in the mini league, and I'll bring your team up. Comb, you are in every YouTube stream. Comb is a supporter, all the small creators, and also some of the big ones as well, like above average, which I do have like a coaster, nice coaster from them. Thank you very much to Adam providing this. But yeah. All right. Anyone with any teams that you want me to look at, let me know. I know a few people were playing wildcards. So if you guys want me to have a look at that as well, I'm open to having a look. Hopefully my feedback is more positive and is helpful compared to what's happening on my own FPL team. We'll start with Nick, 55th. Any suggestions would be appreciated. 46 points. Whew. Look at that double Forest. To be honest, Nick actually called it. He was like, double Forest is going to do well. Double Forest saved his game week. Cells alone outscoring everyone. Oh, Watkins as well. Well done. You will bounce back, Ryan. I know, indeed. Hopefully, let's hope so. Always watching Getty, indeed. So this is Nick's team. Obviously, he's going to play double Forest again, right, this week, because they have a good fixture this week. Wout Faze is not going to start. He just came on because of Saka. So, a question to Nick. How many transfers do you have, Nick? FPL Cortex, welcome. How are you doing? Actually, you know what I can do? Usually on these team selection streams, depending on the number of people we have at times, I can do this. So this is Nick's team, 0.2 in the bank. Realistically speaking, the team would look something like this, maybe. Would you have Robinson? No, probably not. Something like this. I've got 2 free transfers with 0.2 in the bank. Yes. So what do you plan on doing? Doing well, mate. How about you? Well, usual life, I'm doing well. Cortex. FPL wise, I'm trying to find a miracle. But doing well. Thank you for asking. And it's great to hear that you're doing well as well. All right. What to do? If Saka doesn't play, Nick, okay, here's a question, Nick. If Saka doesn't play in the Champions League and he's not in the Arsenal squad, right? We are not. And Arteta, I mean, the first time that Arteta was actually positive about Saka's injury, he doesn't even appear in the squad. Every time Arteta is like, "Oh, we'll have to wait and see," blah 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 blah. This time he gave a positive update and he's not even in the squad. So let's assume that you don't know any of that information. He doesn't make it to the Champions League. He's not in the Arsenal squad. What are you going to do with him? Because we're not going to get any leaks on Arsenal. No chance, because they're the last game as well. So I guess that's your only decision to make this week. Everything else realistically should kind of be the same. Saka to Son next week, easy transfer. That could be one suggestion, yes. Saka and Timber didn't train yesterday. There you go. 38 in a league and have 5 free transfers. Shiraz, can you loan me a free transfer, Shiraz, by any chance? I can get rid of Calvert-Lewin as well. One free transfer, please. Oh, I could get rid of like a Arsenal defender. Like I can sell maybe, I don't know, Gabriel or something. Do I really want to sell Gabriel? Maybe I'll sell like maybe I'll sell Rhea and get in Pickford. Let's load Shiraz as well. Here's the thing. Part of me is trusting Robinson to keep a clean sheet versus Everton anyway. That's possible, yes. I was about 90% triple captain in Haaland this coming game week, but it is now at 80%. It all depends on what I see from you tomorrow. Fair enough. Shepard, welcome. How are you doing? So I'm not sure about the urgency of Saka move. Fair enough. What a game week. What a game week. Bring back Saka in game week 12 though. Him or Palmer, big decision to make. That's true. Fair enough. If I could, I would have definitely given it to you. You deserve it. Oh, thank you. Okay, so I guess you wait and see what happens in the Champions League. See what happens, whether he plays or not, or whether he's like in the squad or not, and then what Arteta says after. So if there's no urgency to make the move, then you just keep it as it is, maybe potentially. And if he's a no-show again, right? If he's a no-show in the squad again, then Robinson will just come off the bench, which is not too bad. If Ahmad was still in the lineup, which I think now Garnacha has taken his spot, and Rashford was doing pretty well as well. But if Ahmad was playing, then you could have done something like this, and Ahmad would have come off the bench. But at this point, Robinson is not a bad option as well. If I could, thoughts on triple captaining Haaland against Southampton? I wouldn't put anyone against it. Me personally, I have lost faith in the. I know he's playing the most easiest defense possible, but I don't know. For me, I just kind of want like my striker to be in form, and the entire team he's playing for to be in form before putting the triple captaincy on him. And at this present moment, City and Haaland aren't that. So I am going to save my triple captaincy. And also because I'm not having the best of starts to FPL, the confidence isn't there for me to put it on a 1 week option. I'd rather prefer like a 2 game week option on a triple captaincy, just for the safety that, let's say, one game goes wrong, at least the other game is still there. So yeah. 513, welcome. Any clue on how to fit Palmer in my team? We'll have a look. I'll load your team up though. Okay, fair enough, Nick. No problem. I think the rest of the team looks fine, to be honest. So you could potentially roll as well. Or you can assess after Champions League is done. Same. I'm going to see how he does tomorrow in UCL. I'm going to make my decision then. Fair enough. All right, next one was, before we go to 513, I think the other one was Shiraz. So Shiraz, let's load you up. Nick, anything else to add? This is Shiraz. So Shiraz, 5 transfers. Eze has got to go. Surely Eze has got to go, right, Shiraz? So team would look something like, what are you gonna do? Is it to someone else maybe? Yep, I think I'm set. All right, nice stuff. Okay, I'll close next one. So, what do you do with Arsenal? And I guess Trent and Gabriel will keep because your defense isn't the best of the. I bought in Eze this week. You bought in Eze this week. Oh yeah, you said your gut was on Eze when I told you no. Okay, so Eze kind of stays then. Body? Maybe? You play UCL Fantasy? I kind of do, but I'm a very, very, very big casual on UCL Fantasy. I haven't even set up my team for this week's UCL Fantasy. Probably I'll do that on stream. You guys want to see. But I'm an absolute casual in that game mode. I'm so casual that I think I forgot to like the captaincy in like match day 1. If you guys want to join the UCL Fantasy mini league, let me bring it up for you guys. This is the UCL Fantasy League. Stuart is leading it. If anyone wants to join, this is the league code for UCL Fantasy. If anyone's interested, to be honest. I haven't made any changes to UCL Fantasy at the moment. I'll put the auto join link in the YouTube chat if anyone's actually interested. That's the auto join link for UCL Fantasy. But my team for UCL Fantasy, honestly, I need to make changes to this team, right? Probably. I have no idea what to do. I'll probably have a look at it later. Where am I in the league even? I don't even know. I'm currently 202k. Yes, that's good. I hope. I don't know. Overall rank is 15k, 197 points overall. Damn. How do I check how many points I'm on? I am on 68 points on match day 2. Oh, I don't know how many total points though. Anyways, it is what it is. I'll be first on a UCL Meta League. Oh, yes. Go ahead. Join. All right. Back to the comments. Sorry, back to the. Yeah. Patrick, welcome, Patrick. How are you doing? Very bad week with 31 points. Did Pedro out for visa? I'm well, 31 points is actually pretty good, Patrick. I'll take 31 points at this point. But yeah, it's probably a red arrow still. Before Pedro price fall feels like a good punt and hope he starts, but he got 25 minutes, so hopefully he will. He should get. I think he might start. Well, I don't know, to be honest. We'll see what happens. I will keep at least a couple of free transfers as there's a fixture swing around game week 12. Yes, indeed. So I wouldn't be making. I'll just make one transfer to this team, Shiraz. And then Shepard says 142 in your mini league. Transfer out Edison and Saka to Pickford and Palmer. Alright, I'll load your team up, Shepard, and I'll bring your team up after I'm finished with 513 as well. What did you say? You said 142. Alright, Shiraz. And FPL Codex said he'll join. Vardy is a key for me, especially against a tired Forest. I'll be first. Fire right to your screen. XD. Sun rose up in price, hasn't he? Yes, Sun rose up in price. Far right to my screen. Oh yeah, I'm 153 points. There you go. Well, Shiraz, then the only other thing I can think of is one, potentially Semenyo, which not fully sure if you want to do that just yet. Because you can hold him for 2 more weeks, then you can start playing him again. The other thing is you probably get rid of Davies, honestly. Get rid of Davies from Ipswich, and you can take a punt on an 8 Nuri as one option. Or you could look at another defender, maybe a Forest defender, but Forest defense, like I said, fixtures about to turn. So maybe you could take a punt on Ant Nuri if you wanted to, like leave Davies to Ant Nuri. That is one possible option for like one free transfer, and then you go into like game week 10. Maybe you can start Ant Nuri if you wanted to, over one of Trent or Gabriel. That's another possible move you could try. The other moves, yeah, I guess for me again, it's just gonna be like Eze. But that's basically it, that, to be honest. Mikalenko maybe? Yeah, you could probably do Mikalenko actually, to be honest. Not no, you can do Mikalenko. So you can go and get Mikalenko, and then it's up to you whether you want to start Mikalenko this week. I should have bought him in yesterday for Saka. Oh, well, you can still do it. It's not still what, like 9.9 or something? Yeah, 9.9. You could probably bring Mikalenko in. What would you make? To be honest, if you didn't want to get rid of, so I look at this team and I still go Eze and Palace in general aren't doing it, and I'll probably just get rid of Eze is what I would have done. But you just bought him in, and you said your gut was on him, so I'm happy to keep him for like Fulham and see how it goes. Semenyo is probably the other move, but to be honest, based on your budget, trying to remove Semenyo and get someone else, there isn't really. I guess it's just Morgan Rogers, but apart from that, no one really stepping up. And you can't really afford Garnacho as well. So it's otherwise the only other thing I can think of is Davies to like a Mikalenko, for example. You do Davies to Mikalenko, gives you 0.3 in the bank. And then with that 0.3, you can see how things go. I think he and Palace will bounce back. That's true. They might bounce back, but I don't even know when that bounce back is going to come. That's the only thing. Maybe it might come against Spurs, Wolves, Fulham. I mean, checking wise, it's still not a bad set of fixtures. Can I send my team for some advice? Yes, you can. You feel free to join the mini league, Cortex. If you're already in the mini league, I can just bring your team up. Or you can join the mini league. The code is just down there under the subscriber names that's floating in the middle of the screen. You can join the mini league and I can bring your team up. So maybe this is just one transfer, and then you go into game week 10. You can probably start Mikalenko if you wanted this week as well. You go into game week 10, your team will look something like this. And then over here, your next move again in this specific situation would be, I would look at it and I would go Semenyo, possibly. Probably Semenyo to get rid of. For who exactly, not fully sure, because still again budget is a slight issue, because you only have 0.3 in the bank. Maybe if Haaland doesn't return against Southampton and you want to get rid of Haaland to try and fit in like Palmer or something, that's another possibility as well. Thank you, Ryan. No worries, Shiraz. So think about it, see how things go. Who knows, things might change as well in 1 week. But it won't put me in immediately until the game week starts. No, that's fine. That is completely fine, because it will still display the name who's joined below. I can just click your name and then bring it up, to be honest. So it'll still display that you're joined. I can still bring it up. Alright, so that is Shiraz. Next up is 513. 513, are you here, Sledge? Leo. Alright, have a look. After that, it was Shepard as well. Would you start Robinson or Gabriel in Game Week 9? Asked Patrick. Robinson or Gabriel in Game Week 9? Robinson is playing Everton. And that is Everton at home. I would still... Ooh, that's a close one. It's 50-50 on whether Fulham will keep a clean sheet or not. I might potentially... I don't know. Part of me tells me that like Arsenal generally against bigger teams, set pieces. Part of me might just start Gabriel just because they're at home, whereas Fulham are away. Patrick, but I think it's a very close 50-51. I might be still overrating Arsenal's defensive capabilities with the loss of Martin Odegaard and whatnot. I think that does play a part, and now no Saliba as well. That's another big blow. So I might be overrating their defense a bit more. Um, Either 0-0 or 1-0 to Everton. Yeah, I feel that could be the case as well. But then Jimenez is on decent form as well. I don't think Fulham are a pushover team. Fulham are actually a decent team. Fulham have no Anderson band. That's true. That is true. Um, but that still wouldn't stop them from attacking, right? My current plans are either remove Sanchez. Okay, 5-3. This is 5-3's team. Remove Sanchez and give up goalkeeper rotation, or swap Gabriel TA with a United defender. 2 free transfers. Realistically speaking, the team would look something like. Oh. Which defender are you giving up to start Morgan Rogers this week? Remove Sanchez or give up Gabriel Trent. Didn't you want to get Palmer as well in this team 5-3? Was it you who asked about how to get Palmer into this team? You did, right? You wanted to get Palmer into this team. The only way I can think of it is Saka makes way or Palmer. Or is there any other way for Palmer to make way into this team? Probably not, right? No. Diblin is too cheap. Rogers is in decent form. Wouldn't take him away. So Saka will have to go, and even then, it's still not enough money. You probably have to get rid of Trent or Gabriel, one of the two. I don't mind if it was Trent, to be honest. Could go Trent to another defender. Have 4 free transfers. Evan, welcome. Not sure whether to get rid of Havertz or Gabriel for upcoming fixtures. Generally, here's a question to you, Evan. Do you have Arsenal double defense, first of all? The next question is, if you don't have Arsenal double defense, and if you were to sell Havertz, who would your replacement be? And the same thing for like Gabriel. If you were to sell Gabriel, who's your replacement? Would have fancied Fulham move for clean sheet with Anderson. Fair enough. Andy, welcome, Andy. How are you doing? Will Saka be okay? I don't know, to be honest. We kind of had to wait and see from Arsenal in the Champions League and whatnot, and what Arteta says after. And I got Visa for Welbeck. There's a 3.9 Ipswich player that's going to get 4 games, and Strand Larsen looks good. Strand Larsen, yeah, he did play well, to be honest. 3.9 Ipswich defender. I'm probably not going to look at that personally. They don't look like they'll keep clean sheets at this moment. Raymond Sanchez has minimum impact because he's only going to start at game week 12 and 14. True. Removing Sanchez for like about a four. Yeah, so you basically you remove Sanchez for a 4 million defender. Let's say for this case, we just go Fabianski, right? And that gives you the money to go Saka to Palmer. Will Saka be okay? No idea. We have to wait and see in Arsenal's Champions League, but it seems like they haven't trained apparently. So we kind of have to wait and see what Arteta says. If Saka is not in the UCL squad, we'll have to see what Arteta says, and based on that, we'll have to decide what to do. So 5-3. That's probably one move you can try and do, like Sanchez to Fabianski and Saka to Palmer. Now you have the money as well to do it. I know double defense as Gabriel. I would either do Havertz to Raul or Gabriel to Murillo to facilitate bringing in Bruno and Watkins for Diaz and Solanke. Oh, I would do the Havertz move, to be honest, Evan. Um, Mainly due to the fact that Murillo has 2 more good games, and after that, Forest fixtures in general do get a bit more harder after that. So unless you remove Murillo again in 2 game weeks, whereas I think the based on your moves that you're looking to do, you might get or you'll get more saving by trying to do Gabriel to Murillo though, to be honest, or even Gabriel to Milenkovic. You'll get more saving. But you might want an Arsenal defender again in game week 12, right? After these not even 3 tough games. It's like what? Liverpool and Chelsea probably. Newcastle has like 0-0 or something written all over it for some reason. Whose team is next? Shepherd and then FPL Cortex, it's you. So let me load Shepherd now. While I finish finalize on 513. What's your thoughts on Trent, Gabriel to Mazraoui or Dalot? Dalot, I don't mind. I would prefer Dalot a bit more. I actually think United defense didn't deserve to concede, to be honest, against Brentford. They played really well otherwise. I'd probably go for Dalot, to be honest, over Mazraoui. Because I'm still not sure. I was a bit surprised that Mazraoui played with all his heart surgery and whatnot. So I prefer Dalot at the moment. If you want to go for United defender, I'll go for Dalot. I don't really mind it. I think the fixtures are there for them to keep some clean sheets. Diop feels like he has a mistake in him every match. Sasa looks injured, also doesn't have the defense. Whose team is next? I read that. Sam for Saka, best move is Saka is injured. If you have Palmer and Salah already, yeah, if you already have Palmer and Salah, then San to Saka makes sense. I can see Gabriel getting attacking rate in one of the next 2 games. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of worried about as well. That is a possibility. Which is why, Evan, I think I might just do the Havertz move. Havertz hasn't really performed well in big games as well, to be honest. He doesn't tend to do that well in big games. So I would just prefer like Gabriel in general to stay and Havertz to go, is what I'm thinking. For Trent or Gabriel, 5-3. Based on how Trent played against Chelsea, at this moment, I would have to say for Trent. He's also more expensive. Hasn't been pulling up the numbers that we would have expected from like a 7 million priced player. I'd probably say for Trent at this present moment. That will give you enough funds as well to potentially upgrade a De Bruyne if you wanted to in the future. Or even upgrade a Solanke or a Havertz to a Watkins in like a couple game weeks time as well, potentially. So yeah, that is 5-3. And then this is Shepherd. So here's Shepherd's team. And then after Shepherd, FPL Cortex. FPL Cortex. I haven't seen you join the mini league. Oh, here you are. So here we go. Let's load up FPL Cortex. So this was FPL Cortex team. 42 points. Not too bad. Hillbilly, welcome. How are you doing? Cheers. No worries. All right. Next up is Shepherd. Cortex. All right, Shepherd. What's the plan? Edison has got to go. Apart from that, maybe you can keep him against Southampton, but I don't like Edison in general as a FPL option. What is the plan, Shepard? Do you have a wildcard, Shepard? I think you said you had a wildcard or something, right? In store still? Yes, you do. You said you were Game Week 12 wildcard or something like that. So what is the plan? There are a few players that probably need to be sold this team. Transferred out Edison and Saka to Pickford and Palmer. Oh, okay, you've already done it. Yeah, I probably would have gone for Pickford, to be honest. It's either that or Sells. And then Palmer. Where is Palmer? Here we go. Where? What is the plan for Luis Diaz if he doesn't play? That's the only other player that I'm not certain. Maybe he might actually. Wait and see if he plays in Sells my Gameweek 8 hero. Ivaner, welcome Ivaner. How are you doing? Indeed, definitely a hero. 11 point. Wow. What's the plan for Luis Diaz? What to do with Luis Diaz and Barnes? They both kind of have to go. Um, with Luis Diaz, I would wait till Liverpool are done in the Champions League fixture to see how many minutes Luis Diaz ends up playing in that game. Based on that, we might be able to get a slight idea whether Luis Diaz is going to start against Arsenal or not. With Harvey Barnes, he probably so hard to tell. Harvey Barnes has probably got to go, but do you want to take a hit to do it? Is the question. You want to take a hit because you have no bench as well, right? Anderson is also out suspended. So you don't have much of a bench as well. You could take Barnes out for a hit. The question is, do you want to take Barnes out for a hit? DCL has been, I know. Tell me about it. DCL. So Barnes, Luis Diaz, and Calvert-Lewin. These are the next three that you kind of need to fix. At this moment, maybe Barnes might be a bigger fix. You won't take a hit. Then you're also looking at potentially a wildcard in Game Week 9. You want a wildcard in Game Week 9 though? I'm wondering if it's worth just sticking through maybe one or two more game weeks of pain potentially to have a better team from like Game Week 11, Game Week 12 onwards. Maybe just two more game weeks of life pain and then better team from Game 11, Game 12. Sibling sell or second sub soon. Try to upgrade to a 5 or 5.7 mid. Dibley not even a good bench player. Who is your other cheap? Do you have Morgan Rogers as well, Andy? If you have Morgan Rogers, then yeah, you can probably look to upgrade Diblin. I think around 10, 12. Yeah. You're probably looking at a wild card. Yeah, you're probably looking at a wild card somewhere gaming 10 to 12, that time range. Here you'll have one free transfer, which if again depends on how Luis Diaz has performed. He's like every week you'll have to analyze Luis Diaz, but Barnes can leave here in game week 10. And you can go and get in, let's say, for example, a Spurs forward. You can go and get like a Brennan Johnson or something. Because I think they play Villa. They play Ipswich in game week 11. So you can get Brennan Johnson. It's not too bad, to be honest. And then game week 10, if Luis Diaz looks like he's fine, which we probably won't know, to be honest. Game week 10, Newcastle play Arsenal. Oh, Newcastle play Arsenal. Maybe you might know whether Harvey Barnes is starting or not. So if Harvey Barnes is starting, we might get some news on Liverpool as well come game week 10. So you might get lucky to know whether Luis Diaz is playing as well, to be honest. And if you get confirmation on Luis Diaz, you can keep him, or if you get confirmation on Harvey Barnes, based on that, you can make a move in game week 10. Maybe like game week 11 or game week 12 is probably the wild card, potentially. But yeah, be aware for like at least 2 weeks of pain. For now. Just to get through these next 2 weeks. Thanks, mate. No worries. All right. Next up is FPL Cortex. So this is FPL Cortex team. Let's load it up. Only one game on Saturday in Game Week 10. What the hell? Oh no! You're looking at this is Australian time zone, which is why you're having a look at like this is Australian time zone. This is all game week 10 on a Saturday. This is 2 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 in the morning over here. So if you're in the UK or something, this is all happening on game week 10 on a Saturday. These are the Sunday games, and this is the Monday game here in the UK. Okay, FPL Cortex. All right, so Saka to Sun, starting Robinson ahead of Davies and Semenyo, ahead of Delap. That's my plan. So Semenyo ahead of Delap, Robinson ahead of Davies makes sense, and Saka to Sun. That also makes sense. That's the one free transfer. Yeah, team looks pretty good. Did you use any chips yet? Used your wildcard already. Okay. Fair enough. Fair income. Would you start Verbruggen or would you start Flecken this week? Which goalkeeper would you start? Friday deadline this game week in UK. Yes, Friday deadline this week, people. That means getting up early in the morning for me. Oh my days! What time am I getting up? 4:30 deadline. That means 2:30 in the morning. I'll be up. It's fine. Next day is a Saturday. Can't sleep in. All right. Who? I guess goalkeeper is the other. Listen, I have to start second. Okay, fair enough. Cool. I mean, the rest of the team looks okay, to be honest. Nothing really urgently that needs to be fixed. Webbruggen 10-pointer on my bench this week. Did he get a 10-pointer? No way. Oh my days. 2 bonus as well. No wonder. Realistically speaking, you're not going to start it against Newcastle. Like, couldn't have expected that. So, but then Flecken was playing Man United. Yeah, it was a tough call. That was kind of a tough call. Unfortunate situations. Like I made 9 saves. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Not too bad. You still managed to get 4 points. That's more than I got. Those 4 points are actually more than what I've got from Rhea in the last 3 weeks. No, I've actually got only 4 points from Rhea in the last 3 weeks, which Flecken got in 1 week. So you take it. Okay, so I think the team looks good. And then game week 10, you go not too bad. I think game week 10, but you'll bring back Delap ahead of Semenyo. Leaf Davies maybe could play potentially. Depends on what you do with the free transfer as well. That's hilarious. But yeah, team looks good overall. And I think that is basically all the team reviews. Have I missed any questions? Andy's answers. I answered that. Friday deadline. Yes, people. Friday deadline. Don't forget. Hillbilly. Any questions, Hillbilly? Shepherds. We answered. Comb looks to be good. Evan is here as well. Freddy, are you still here? I got Freddy's team as well in the message, the chat. Let me know, Freddy, if you want me to bring your team up. Everything else, I think, should be fine. I think I answered everyone's questions. Do I have anything else that I missed? All those lingering in the million ranks, don't be too discouraged. One good captaincy and one good game week, you shoot you up millions of ranks. Yes. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Whatever happens after game week 10, I'll put up the rank ID. As you can see, like the space on the top here that's missing. That's supposed to be where the rank will be displayed. So whatever happens after game week 10, I'll just put the rank here. Hillbilly 59. Com, do you not Com? Freddy, do you want me to bring your team up as well? Or is it alright to just leave it as this? This is Hillbilly 59. Hillbilly, wait. This is the team, right? Did you change your YouTube name from Will to Hillbilly? Or have I just and then differentiated that? I don't know. Anyways. 6088. Yes, this is the one. Okay. Yes, put mine up if you like. Alright, I'll bring yours up as well. So this is Hillbilly. Thank you very much, Ryan. Very helpful. No worries, Cortex. You're welcome. Bad week for me. Only 32 points. Oof. What did you get for game week 8? I'm willing to swap your 32 with my 24. If you don't laugh, if you don't cry, sorry, if you don't laugh, you'll only cry. At least I still have Wildcard to use in Game Week 12. Alright, so this is Hillbilly. Getting cold feet now, thinking Haaland might be a better cash cow if he blanks against Haaland. Yeah, if Haaland blanks, it's I can see a lot of people saying goodbye Haaland. What are you planning on doing at the moment though? We have very similar teams. Apart from the Watkins and Saka, who is about to leave my team, we have very similar teams. Harry, welcome. How do you plan on removing Diaz? I've already removed Diaz. Diaz, goodbye. Hello and welcome, Brennan Johnson. And that is part of 2 other moves that's going to happen that involves Saka to Palmer and Smith Rowe to Garnacho as well. I'm not laughing hard. Well, I'm here to entertain, even at my own expense. All right. So, what's the plan, Hillbilly? What is? This is probably the team. If Saka doesn't play, Smith Rowe will come off the bench. Can't decide between dropping Trent for Ain't Nuri or Havertz for Strand Larsen. Both other moves are Son and Palmer in. Trent for Nuri or Havertz for Strand Larsen. You need to drop one of them to be able to afford the other 2 moves, right? I'd probably drop Havertz. Just based off the upcoming games, I'll probably drop Havertz for Larsen. Posted my original plan with my ID. Oh yeah, sorry. Was gonna do Trent, Smith Rowe, and Watkins to Ain't Nuri, Palmer, and Cunha. Oh. Palmer. Who would Palmer come on for? So if let's say Rogers is not available, basically. Sorry, if Saka is not available. Trent to Ain't Nuri. I don't mind that actually. You can go Ain't Nuri. You can also go Mikalenko, to be honest. If you didn't trust Ain't Nuri in terms of Wolves defense, you can go Mikalenko as well. Not against Mikalenko. And you said Cunha, didn't you? Or Watkins. Does it have to be Watkins or can it be Solanke? No, okay. And it has to be Watkins. Yeah, you could do this. For a -4 though. Bench getting very thin, big creeps going down. That is very true. That is very true. Do you have you used your wildcard? Yes, you have. could do. Hmm. So this is the only way you're saying that you can fund Palmer in, right? What would you do if Saka was not available for Game Week 10? Hillbilly. What's the move then if Saka is not available? Garnacho is looking good, but I also remember last season when Hoyland finally scored, he went on a little run of goals. He could also be an option for a few weeks. He could be, but I saw Garnacho, like the amount of chances he got. Oh my days! Eventually, he's gonna like go and get something in, right, against West Ham. What's your overall rank? At like 4.1 million. At like 4.1 million, that I don't think there's enough space in this thing to try and put 4.1 million. FPL Bruno, welcome. FPL Bruno, how are you doing? Season started well this year. Hope it continues. 285k. That is actually pretty good, to be honest. Well done, FPL Bruno. Saka to Bama or Sun? Yeah, I guess so. I guess that probably will be the moves, right? So I guess you'll have to wait and see what happens tomorrow for Arsenal in the Champions League, or basically today. Actually, today effectively, what happens to Arsenal and whether Saka is in the squad or not. If he's not in the squad, then I kind of think maybe might help you making your decision a bit more easier. Like and subscribe. Yes, indeed. Do hit the like and subscribe, people, because we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So any new subscribers, please do like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Jamie, welcome. Can you have a look at my team? I have one free transfer, 0.9 in the back. I have no clue or plan with it. Can you tell me where in the mini league, Jamie? And I will bring you up. Can you tell me where in the mini league? Not enough space. I know, right? I don't know if I can fit like. Can I fit like 7 digits? 7 digits? Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to have a look and see. I'm glad I didn't go the Solanke route. He looks like he's playing a deeper type of role. Yeah. The thing is, I do think he'll eventually come good, but it's not looking promising in the last two games. That's a slight problem. It's not looking great in the last two games. So I'm hoping the next couple of games when the opponents are a bit more like the opponents are still pretty decent, right? Like it's not too hard. So I'm hoping he comes good. Maybe Crystal Palace where they're a bit more on the counter, he could get something. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Unfortunate, Jamie. Thanks, mate. Just gotta wait for now. Alright. We'll see what happens. We'll talk again. Deadline stream, see how you're looking like again, to be honest. Alright, let's bring up. I was supposed to bring up Freddy first before I bring up Jamie. And Freddy, actually, you sent me your screenshot as well of the bus team. So I'm going to just bring Freddy's bus team up instead. So this was Freddy's team. Flecken, Trent, Lewis, Gabriel, Johnson, Rogers, Boomer, Foden, Raul, Haaland, and Solanke. Honestly, this team looks pretty good for this week. The question, which Freddy also has to me, is what to do with Miklenko. Whether to start him or to bench ahead of one of Trent or Gabriel, or just play those two. The rest, I think this team is like you can roll the transfer potentially. Ready. I guess Foden is the only one that you kind of waited and see, but then he came on and like got an assist as well. So in Southampton, you never know. Solanke is playing very deep, like Kane to Kane for us. Yeah, a lot of times, not all the time. But the thing with Kane is Kane one had penalties, and the other Kane was able to create for himself as well. Solanke, on the other hand, at the moment doesn't seem like he's able to create for himself as well. Whereas he needs service and has been getting that as much. So we'll see. We'll see. The Spurs fans are actually very positive about Solanke. And they've definitely watched more of him than I have. So yeah, Freddie, I think the team looks pretty good, to be honest. Second is the second. Yeah, second is one that I probably eventually, maybe even to a Pickford if anything. But you'll end up on double defense, which I don't know if you want to do that or not, to be honest. So just have to monitor Foden and see how he's doing, whether he'll get into the team or not. So I guess after the Champions League, you'll be able to tell on that one. And then the other one, I could roll, won't have bench in headache then. Yeah, that's the thing. I probably roll and see how things go, to be honest. What I'm thinking. And then the next one is Jamie. Jamie has a clear decision to make, in where Saliba kind of has to leave because he's suspended for 3 games, I believe. Oh, suspended on the 2nd of November. So he'll be back for Newcastle. But I guess Saliba kind of has to go, right? So Jamie, on the other hand, decisions are slightly more, at least the transfer that he's making is a bit more straightforward. I could sell Foden in Game Week 10, have 0.3 in the 3.8 in the bank. Yeah, you could probably do that, to be honest. Could sell him and you can look to bring in Palmer maybe, or Heung-min Son for a short couple weeks if he continues to do well. Or Saka back potentially, one of the two. Saka too soon, Sri Lanka for Woods or Visa after Ipswich maybe. Yeah, I think a few decisions can be made after like Game Week 10. After Game Week 10, that is though. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Maybe roll for now for this team. And then final team for the day, unless anyone else had anything, is Jamie. Is this Jamie's team? Yes, it is. So Jamie has Saliba, who has got to go. Jamie Vardy, which was very interesting that Mitoma didn't start, but I think he should probably start this week. Mikalenko at the moment would look like this, but there's no point in keeping Saliba, right, for that much of money. Luis Diaz is another issue as well. One free transfer. Question is which one to get rid of first, Luis Diaz or Saliba? Probably Luis Diaz first, maybe. I don't know. 27 in your league, 2 free transfers, 0.7 in the bank. Any suggestions? Let's load your team up as well. 27th in the league. FPL Bruno is doing really well. Can you look at my team? I just joined the league, Harry, says Harry. Yes, Harry, I can. Where is Harry? Here we go. Okay, so Bruno first, and then Harry after that. Alright. Where is Jamie? Jamie, are you still here? What's the play, Jamie? 0.9 and have no clue what to do, is what I heard. Luis Diaz, maybe? If you think Luis... Okay, first, let's see how Luis Diaz plays in the Champions League, how many minutes he plays. And based on that, we'll make a decision. If, for example, he plays like full 90 minutes in the Champions League and Gakpo doesn't do much in the Champions League and doesn't appear off the bench, then there might be a question to go probably Luis Diaz to a Brennan Johnson maybe, or the other decision requires a hit where you could have probably downgraded Saliba and upgraded Luis Diaz to like a Heung-min Son, which I don't know if you would want to do specifically, or Luis Diaz to Brennan Johnson. Luis Diaz to Brennan Johnson is the one without the hit. The other one requires a hit, which sells Saliba to... Could do Saliba to Ant Nouri is the other defender, or even Saliba to a United defender. Oh no, you have Onana already. So maybe Saliba to Ant Nouri is one option. Although it's not necessary that you do it per se. I have a free hit. No, don't play the free hit. Don't play the free hit. Keep the free hit for like a double game week or something. Who do we captain this week? Is it still Haaland? Surely has to be, right? If it's not Haaland, the other option I would say is probably Mbeumo against Ipswich, if I'm not mistaken. That's the only other suggestion that I could think of. Maybe Heung-min Son could be a very outside shout against Palace. That's the other thing. So yeah, Jamie, I think Luis Diaz to Brennan Johnson. Keep Saliba on the bench for now. Or Luis Diaz to Heung-min Son, which means taking a hit to get rid of Saliba as well. Which I don't know if you really want to do. Not for clean sheets though. Yeah, that's the thing. Ain't Nori wouldn't be for clean sheets. It's purely attacking returns, and those also won't necessarily come every week. Or you could do Saliba to Guardiola. Even though City don't seem to be keeping clean sheets, Guardiola seems to be getting attacking returns. That's the other option. And maybe you start Luis Diaz over Mikalenko and see how it goes, probably. Something like that. That's another option as well. All depends on what exactly you want to do. Seminary first sub? Yeah, Seminary first sub. Fans always appreciate players who 100% effort work ethic. That's why they fans are Darwin. I do think Mitoma will play, by the way. I don't, even though he didn't start last one. Yeah, that looks good. The Guardiola move. Yeah, that could play. That could be a play as well, potentially. Something like this, maybe. And then see how Luis Diaz plays in the Champions League this week. Cool. That's Jamie. Next one was FPL Bruno. We'll see what happens in the Champions League. And then again, deadline stream can look to reassess on all the information we have. This is FPL Bruno. 0.7 in the bank with 2 free transfers. What were the plan? Any suggestions? Milinkovic. Here's a question to you, FPL Bruno. Van Dijk and Gabriel. You're in a similar position to me, FPL Bruno. So this is a very good question to you. Because I have Mikalenko. You have Milenkovic. First question is, are you playing the Arsenal double defense? I guess that's the only question. Or are you looking to drop one of Van Dijk or Gabriel for Milenkovic? Or would you just play those two ahead of Milenkovic? That's probably one of the questions that I have for you. Midfield looks okay. Obviously, Foden, you gotta hope that he starts. McNeil is doing the business. Rodgers is doing the business. Boomer is fine as well. Jamie Vardy scored, and against Forest is not too bad of a fixture. So at the moment, the team looks okay. Greaves is a problem. Stewart, obviously, is another problem. So your bench is like Milenkovic as the only option, but for the moment, that's how it looks. Not dropping players. Okay, so the team stays as it is then. So I guess at this moment, you're probably rolling the transfer. Because there's otherwise you just like you're looking to like otherwise move like Greaves to what, to an Ain't Nuri or a Mikalenko, but that's not really necessary this week. So save the transfer. Yeah, I think I'd probably save the transfer. Team looks good for this week, to be honest. And then game week 10 also, it's not too bad. Maybe Rodgers can get benched for that one potentially. Yeah, and they would level it Darwin near my FPL team. All right, team look good, pretty good stuff. Good stuff. Vardy to Raul Jimenez. Vardy to Raul. You could do it. Why is Jimenez? Oh, I'm looking at defenders. But it is not fully necessary at the moment, right? Because Raul Jimenez is playing Everton as well. not the easiest of defenses to play against, to be honest. So you don't have to do it this week itself. It's not a must necessarily do transfer. Like Ward is still not too bad. So maybe there isn't too much of a need for it. Just because Jimenez is playing Everton. If he was playing another team that the defense wasn't as strong, then maybe it's okay. I think I'll save a transfer, then I'll have 4 in 11. Yeah, that's the thing. Maybe if you're ready, like you can save enough transfers to have head of the fixture turning, like game week 11, game week 12. You might be in a good spot. Alright, so that's FPL Bruno. And then the final team, which is the final team, Harry. We'll stop with Harry. Alright, have a look at Harry's team. So this is Harry's team for this week. 3 free transfers. I guess realistically, between Saka and Luis Diaz, that's the decision to make. Oh, he's also got Arsenal double defense and Mikalenko like me. I'm assuming Harry would probably start Trent and Gabriel instead of Mikalenko. Maybe. Would you even start Mikalenko? See, these are tough decisions to make. Harry, are you still here? If so, what is your plan? 3 free transfers. I guess if Saka doesn't play in Champions League, maybe you kind of helps you a bit more in making a decision. Luis Diaz is there as well. Probably someone you might want to look at this thing. Everton strong defense. How quickly things change. I mean, they were always going to be a strong defense, right? It's just at the start they had both like Tarkovsky injured, Branthwaite injured, stuff like that. Didn't settle in. Basically a rinse and repeat of last season as well. Last season also they didn't start off well. Everyone jumped on Everton. They didn't start off well. They went on to do pretty poor at the start. Everyone jumped off Everton, and then game week 8, 7, 8 something they improved, and then people didn't get on to Everton back enough. Same thing has just repeated itself this season. I was maybe thinking Saka to Palmer and Diaz to Johnson. That makes a lot of sense. I actually don't mind that. So you said Diaz to Johnson. Johnson. Yes. Actually don't mind that. And who would he stop? Who would he drop? McNeil maybe? Something like this. Last 2 seasons, to be honest. That's true. Yeah. Everton on the Sean Dice, I actually don't mind. Defensively, they are not too bad. Okay, so you do something like this probably. Not too bad. I don't mind this, Harry. Moves make sense. You wanted anything? Maybe. No, I'll probably just between McNeil and Wood. I don't mind starting Chris Wood, to be honest. He's been on good form as well. Yep. All right. I think we'll end it here. Not too bad, Harry. Team looks good. Hopefully, some good performances from game week 10. Okay. I think we'll end it there. So thank you, everyone. Hit the like button, please. If you guys are new, do hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button as well. And for all the legends who comment on the video once the stream is done, thank you very much, because that does help boost the video in the YouTube algorithms. So do hit a comment, put a comment after the video is done. Try and help us boost that YouTube algorithm. So shout out to Joseph, Combe, Harry, FPL Bruno, Andy, Jamie, Freddie, Hillbilly, Shepard, Gov, Lico, Cortex, who else? 513, Shiraz, Evan, Joseph, Patrick, and anyone else that I missed, Nick as well from the start. Thank you to everyone for watching. Leave a message in chat after the streams finish, please. Yes, indeed, please. Thank you very much. Don't forget to hit the like. Andy says McNeil and Semenyo in 2-3 games, they all look better than any 7.5s below 5.7 mids. 2 5.7 midfielders on form makes a strong side with 2 premium, and Mbeumo is a strong side. 2 5.7s, maybe 1 5.7. I might even add Garnacho now as someone to watch out for in that 6.2 million bracket, to be honest. But 2 premium midfielders and Mbeumo, yeah, could make a strong side. Depends on how the rest of that's kind of what my team is almost looking like. No, okay, I don't have 2 premium midfielders. Fair enough. But yeah. All right, we'll end it with that. Hopefully, everyone has a good week. I will see you all either tomorrow or day after for a podcast. If not, definitely Friday deadline. So Friday deadline, don't forget Friday night deadline. In the UK, would you keep Saka if he's in the Arsenal squad? If he comes off the bench and plays, I don't mind keeping Saka. You could still do the Diaz to Johnson move though, Harry. That I actually don't mind. And FPL Down Under, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing, FPL Down Under. But yeah, I'll do the Diaz to Johnson move. If Saka is fit, you can keep Saka. I don't mind that. But see what happens in the Champions League as well. All right, we'll end it there. Thank you all for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We've just gone to 908. So if you are new, hit that subscribe button as we try to claim to 1K subscribers, and do leave a comment after the video is ended. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow or day after, whichever. If you have any questions, put them in the comments as well after the video is done, and I'll answer them as well. Peace out. See you, everyone.